Good morning, everyone. Honorable Principal Dr. Lata Menon, delegates across the globe, the FDP organizing team, respected in-house teachers, non-teaching faculty members, and all those supporting technical staff making this FDP reality. We, the team, welcome you all on behalf of Mahatma Education Society's Pillai HOC College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Rasaini, for this one-week international online faculty development program entitled Innovation, IPR and Entrepreneurship. Yes, here I must mention that we are also enthralled to declare that some delegates from France, Japan, Canada, and USA too showed keen interest in being the part of this program. We, on behalf of our principal, Dr. Lata Menon, really appreciate their earnestness for the same. Nevertheless, I must admit, your presence will be an icing on the cake, since we are happy to reach out to the global platform. Friends, I would like to open up with this beautiful quotation. It is not the destination, but it's all about the journey we undertake. And we here believe that by the end of this 1 week journey, you all will remember every single halt and aspect of this journey of learning. Once again, a warm welcome to all. With these few words, now I, Revati Soman, request Ashwini ma'am to welcome our keynote speaker Preeti Paspande from USA, and let's know the overview of her profile. Thank you. Over to Ashwini Satwe.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to introduce our guest, our speaker for the day. A very pleasant morning to one and all. First of all, I would like to extend my warmest welcome to all of you. I will begin by highlighting this beautiful quotation, which absolutely sums our speaker for the day, which goes like: the mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, and the great teacher inspires. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very dynamic persona for the first session of the first day of 1 week international FDP. She is both knowledgeable and wise, and we are truly honored to have her here with us. She is a product integration engineer at Global Foundries, Malta, USA. She is fully equipped with knowledge of several programming languages, operating systems, and software tools. As far as her education is concerned, she has done her master's in science with her thesis in electrical and computer engineering, University at Albany, New York, and master's in engineering in VLSI and embedded systems from the University of Pune. She has a vast experience in teaching and research too. She has also been instrumental in carrying out academic projects which include human activity recognition, real time object detection, furniture assembly Android app using augmented reality, personal projects, namely statistical methods for data science, and a lot more. We are truly delighted to have Ms. Preeti Pasmande to grace this first session of Faculty Development Program. I heartily thank you, ma'am. I actually personally thank you for accepting our invitation and gracing this program with your presence. I appeal everyone to please welcome our keynote speaker, Ms. Preeti ma'am, on a board. Actually, I'm looking already forward to the session now, and I would request Ms. Preeti ma'am to take over the proceedings. Thank you. Preeti
Hello,
ma'am, over
everyone.
to you. Yeah, ma'am.
Hello, everyone. Good morning to everyone. I would
Good
first
morning.
like to I would first like to take a moment to thank Pillik's college committee and the FDP committee to give me an opportunity to speak over here, to be in the program. And it's very inspiring in this COVID-19 situation. You're organizing this kind of development activity to keep all things going smoothly and developing the situation. And I also wanted to thank Ms. Ashwini to give me such a good and warm welcome and introduction. Thanks to you. So I would like to start with a short introduction from myself to all of you. So I completed my bachelor's and master's in India from University of Pune. And I was also in academics for around 2 to 3 years. I was working as a assistant professor at University of Pune and University of Mumbai. After that, in 2016, I planned to come to New York to pursue my career in master's with thesis in electronics and computer engineering with specialization of machine learning and AI techniques. So the overall idea for me to learn over here was to see how I can use machine learning techniques in the field of electrical and computer engineering. So it was a great experience. As my first semester, I started as a research assistant, where I was working on a project with New York subway system. So it is like a New York state government had a project. So they wanted a product which would have an application where they wanted a device which could count the people in a particular coach, and like a train coach. So at the next station, people will accordingly organize themselves. If the capacity of the coach is full, then the next station, the crowd will be managed appropriately. So this was very intimidating at the start, as I was the only lead person and point of contact for this. But with certain period of time, I learned how to tackle the problems, challenges, and how to do the experiments more efficiently. And at the last, I would say it was a successful project. That is, it was recognized by New York Governor State, and the research article was published in New York Times. So it was a great success, and it motivated me more towards the research, as I never had an opportunity before to work in research. This was a good point in my career. And later on, I also worked on a project of visible light communication. So let me introduce you to this topic. So visible light communication is basically having a communication between transmitter and receiver through light. So basically, if you have a light on top of your head, like a study lamp or a light in your living room, it will act as a source of signal which would communicate with the receiver and establish a communication. So it just works like a Wi-Fi. So this technology is called Li-Fi. So currently my professor is working on a patent on this topic. And my project was using machine learning techniques in this visible light communication. So I was fortunate enough to work on this project and get some research papers published in IEEE. And it was very good experience that I was among the first few authors who were like I would say, who were successful in presenting this topic to the IEEE field. And that's why I got selected as a IEEE reviewer recently. That was a great opportunity to see what people are doing nowadays in this emerging field. So now I would like to move to today's topic, which is innovation and how we can do patents and research. So innovation, I think innovation is basically anyone can do it, as everyone, I believe everyone has the potential to do innovate, and who sees a problem and can find a solution, they can be an innovator. So I would say, so when you have a problem and when you have a solution, so basically you have formed a prototype, and to reserve it, like to note this IP technology that it's on your name, you do a patent. So this patent or your idea, a solution to the problem is unique. That should be unique. It should be taken care that it is unique. So how you can say it is unique? So if you have a research idea or you have a problem statement, you need to have a thorough research about this problem. Like, first step is identify all over the world which groups are doing this particular work, and how your idea or your problem statement can be different from what others are doing. So you need to keep track of this and keep your literature survey thorough, because you don't want your work or your time to go in waste. So I have an example which we can relate to this. So in 1997, uh, there was a patent filed by U.S. Patent Office, that the Indian herb turmeric can be used for healing wound. So this, as you all know, this idea of using turmeric for healing wound or antiseptic, it has been used from ages in India. So there is no novel idea in this, that turmeric can have many uses. So this patent was encountered by the Indian office, and US Patent Office had to revoke this idea. So that is why I would like to mention again, you need to make sure before starting a research, your problem statement, your idea is unique than others. So you need to first make sure that your idea is unique, your problem statement should be correctly defined, and it should be crisp. And then you need to have well documented ways where you can approach this problem statement and get a solution. So you will not surely get a solution at the first time. So you need to have different ways, and you need to document it properly. So the documentation is very important process, because when you have to look back and when you have to do a thesis, or you have to do a patent, you need to fill out the application and write down each and every detail out of it. So what was the problem statement at the start, what are the approaches, what were the results, and what were the different challenges you encountered. Everything had to be noted down to make it so you make sure while trying out the next approach, you don't make the same mistakes, or what was the percentage of accuracy you had in the first approach, and to compare what is the best accuracy you got with different approaches, and then choose the optimal one. So another example with the patents I would like to share is, so ISRO and Tesla, you as all know, these renowned organizations, they have many patents which are open. So what I mean to say, they have kept the patents open, so other industries or other organizations can use their intellectual property to make more advancement in the particular automotive fields or different kind of fields. So the main advantage of this is, so people don't devote their time on already existing technologies. If they have a prototype which is already existing, they can work on making it more efficient. So the patents can be related to the speed, related to how efficient can be the machinery. So this type of organizations, I feel they are more motivating towards our younger generations. So all these stories, I think it should be read and should be understood when you do research. And the recent example, as you all know, with the COVID-19 situation in all countries, there is a huge demand of ventilators. So I assume that every industry has a prototype, but the particular manufacturer for a ventilator, he will choose the particular prototype which is efficient, which is cost effective. So similar way, when you are finding a solution for a particular problem statement, you need to make sure it is efficient, it should be cost effective and user friendly. So these all points you need to consider when you think about research. So I think for more and more research ideas, there should be more and more brainstorming within the group. That is very important. Every person has a different idea, so brainstorming is very important. And that is why we need to have brainstorming sessions from different backgrounds, so we could understand all aspects for a particular problem statement. So I would like to also share my experience where uh, uh, like uh, like now I am before joining Global Foundries, I got an opportunity when I was in my graduate school. I got an opportunity to go to a conference, Grace Hopper conference, which was especially for women, and it was a very great experience for me. It was like a very inspiring stories I heard, and many big companies like Google, Amazon, Facebook, all big companies were there to recruit like the young generations and share the inspiring stories. Where I also heard stories from like big scientists and professors from Harvard and MIT. And I'm glad to share that this conference is also held in Bangalore in India. So if you get an opportunity, I would really encourage you all to go there. So I would like to share a story from the keynote speeches where I had, which I heard in that Grace Hopper conference. So there was a lady, Jessica Mathis. She started a startup company with a particular product. So I would like to share some background. So she had a family in Nigeria. So she used to travel, and then she saw there are like basic necessity problems. She saw there was an issue of electricity. People were there surviving without electricity, and that was a huge drawback for their daily activities. So she saw this was a problem statement. So first thing for the research is you need to identify the problem statement. Now she had the problem statement, and now her product is, so she had developed the skipping rope. So if this skipping rope you do around jumps like to 100 and 150 rounds, then it would give you electricity to light bulbs around 3 hours. This was her prototype, and she showed the demo to us. If you get a chance, please see the video for this product. It was really inspiring, and she didn't have a background from science. She had a background from art and psychology. So I would like to say that again, that this is very important. It is not needed you need to be from science background. It's more important how consistent you are, how you do your work consistently, how dedicatedly, and you should get the success. So first thing is you need to have a problem statement, read more about the research articles, and collect material for your own research, and keep all your research work documented. This will help you further when you have a proper formulated experiment with good results. The documentation would help you publish papers, research articles, and if you have good publications in good conferences, it really helps you to meet more people and increase your networking, which will open up you to more ideas, and like see more opportunities what you can get. That is what I have learned after having some publications. Like you can see more and more people, and when you go to the conferences you get more networking to the people from different backgrounds, from industries, from academics. That is really important when you're working in research, to get like-minded people and do some brainstorming. Later on you can collaborate with them and do some research activities. So like I would like our government is also taking more initiative towards startup industry, like Startup India. That is really more motivating, and I would really want to pass a message from my speeches, like keep inspiring others, keep motivating, so you can have more and more research and more younger generation which is working towards the development, and that is more essential in today's life, that you have solutions to the problem and everybody is practically knowledgeable to apply this knowledge to their practical day-to-day lives. So this, I would like to thank all for having me, and thank you all. And I would like to close my speech with this quote, that please keep motivating and keep reading and keep doing research in good fields, and let me know if I can be of your help in any ways. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much, the management of the institution, for actually having this particular webinar series or on the innovation, intellectual property rights, and entrepreneurship. As well as thank you so much for the keynote advice, Ms. Preeti Pachpande. It's been pleasure to have you here, especially during the lockdown period. My name is Vijay. I'm gonna take your next session. Rather, I'm gonna speak with you in the entire next week. Let me just brief you about my profile as such. I've been a patent agent, patent lawyer since last 15 years, coming from the pharmaceutical industry, been involved directly with respect to the patent filing, patent prosecution, as well as patent commercialization, IP commercialization kind of work. Of course, I've been interacting with lots of the academic people since last 3 years. I worked with pharmaceutical industry for 15 years, 13 years, and thereafter I've started my own venture, which is Patlex Business Solutions, which is also one of the partners for organizing this particular event, as well as so 3 years back I started my venture, Patlex Business Solution, and during my 3 years journey I've been interacting with lots of startups, lots of incubation centers, lots of academic institutions, as well as lots of universities wherein we have been conducting the IPR, intellectual property rights awareness programs. In fact, in 3 years we have conducted more than 100 programs all across 16 states in India, from Assam to Gujarat and Himachal Pradesh to Tamil Nadu. We have been doing all these programs, which are very basic kind of awareness program, like intellectual property rights awareness. Not only for pharma, although I come from pharma background, what we have been doing is we have been working with multiple stakeholders. For the first time, we got connected with Department of Medical Education and Research, Government of Maharashtra, DMER, and we conducted the IPR awareness sessions for the medical colleges as well, which was one of its kind of first initiatives, I would say. Beyond that, we have been working with MSMEs, the corporates. I'm based in a small town in Maharashtra called Latur, And from here, we are actually serving a Fortune 500 client as well, who is based in Europe. As well as we have been working with the universities. We have MOUs signed with the universities in Maharashtra, which are even the government universities or the private universities, private institutions as well. And of course, I've been working with the Pillai Group as well since almost 1.5 years. And this is actually a pleasure to be a part of this particular event, because I think we can actually use this particular lockdown period as a knowledge sharing, for knowledge sharing. And I thought when we got this particular opportunity to work with MES Pillai College, then that point of time we decided to move ahead and have the 7 days of session, or 7 separate topics which would be covered, which are interlinked, as well as I would say which are also very much important for the academic institutions as well. So as I mentioned, I'm gonna speak about different topics throughout next 7 days, and also as a rule, I think that has already been mentioned, is that we would take questions only through the chat option. So you have to ensure that whatever queries you have, you put it under chat option. So and like what has happened recently, as the earlier speaker mentioned about the startups and all, what has happened in last few years is the focus has been actually changing towards innovation, be it in the academic sphere, or be it, I would say, in the even in the industry. And in fact, COVID-19 or Corona is going to act as a disruptor, and which is really going to help us in long term to I would say innovate more rather than having our routine activities. As well as in last 3 years, what has also happened is we have got newer programs coming up, from government of India. Like we have Atal Tinkering Labs, one of the very successful initiatives by government of India under Atal Innovation Mission. I've been part of this since almost 2 years, as well as Startup India, which is again a government of India initiative. I've been working as a mentor with this particular initiative as well since almost a year now. And I've also been a facilitator for a startup for filing the patents as per the government of India. As well as I'm a patent agent, registered patent agent with the Indian Patent Office. Okay, so with this brief background, let me welcome you all again, and let me start with my session. What I'm going to discuss today is, I think I had created a poll on our Telegram group actually, and let me give you some results of that poll as well, if you can see it. So the very first question we had in the morning was, why did Chatur Ramlingam come to meet Funsuk Wangdu in the movie Three Idiots? I believe everyone has seen the movie Three Idiots. The answer number 1 was because Funsuk Wangdu was a scientist, and 7% of the people, that means out of 150, we have got 10 votes for this particular answer. Funsuk Wangdu was a scientist. That's why Chatur Ramlingam came to meet him. But then I'm also a scientist. Of course, I worked in pharma industry in the research as well. Chatur Ramlingam never came to meet me, or no one else came to meet me. So what is the rationale? If you understand my presentation today, you would be in a position to understand why did Chatur Ramlingam come to meet Funsuk Wangdu in the movie Three Idiots. There was another answer, which was Chatur Ramlingam wanted to do with business with Funsuk Wangdu. But then what it has to do with the research as such, what it has to do with the research as such, as if someone is a scientist. Next answer was, third was, Funsuk Wangdu had some patents which were required for the business which was being carried out by Chatur Ramlingam. Actually, this is the correct answer. The last answer is, Chatur Ramlingam wanted a share of patents owned by Funsuk Wangdu. That is that was the fourth answer. Actually, as I mentioned, if you understand my presentation, you can give the answer to this particular question as well. Beyond that, if I have to generally tell you about patents, like, you know, intellectual property rights, there was this one Marathi movie, because we have most of the participants from Maharashtra. There was this Marathi movie called De Dhakka, in which we had this character Makaranda Naspure, who played a kind of a scientist from a small town Kolhapur, and he develops a particular part, okay, automobile part. And what happens, he also has a dashing brother-in-law who actually forgets, or like, you know, misses out that particular part somewhere. And at the end of the movie, everyone realizes, hey, this was actually created by Makaranda Naspure, and why is it that, so someone else is actually commercializing it. He's not getting any kind of benefits out of it, right? At that point of time, his friend comes to him and tells him that, you don't worry, because we have filed a patent in your name already. So that company cannot do anything now without your permission. Now, how is it happening? Filing the patent itself can stop a company from using your invention? We'll try to understand that as well during our next few sessions as such. Now, so let me start with very broader concept of intellectual property rights. See, what is happening out is people think patent as IPR or IPR as patent. Actually, that is not the case. Intellectual property rights is a really very broad term. Patent is just one part of it. And intellectual property rights, as I mentioned, actually consist of three separate words, as we see. One is intellectual, second is property, and third is rights. Now, out of all these, at least every one of you, all the 440 participants we have here, everyone is very much aware of what does it mean by property, right? At least हमको property पता है, like your flat, plot, the gold, jewelry, car, or जो farm है, that all is property, right? So that's basically a property. Even an iPhone, I saw so many iPhones, like people joining for the session through iPhones. Now, when I speak about a property, let's say iPhone or a farm or a plot or my own property or a car, how do I prove that I own that property legally? Now, what we are speaking it, when we say I am the owner, there is actually a legal right associated with it. Okay, and the legal right is provided by not the Apple ID. How are you going to prove that you own that particular handset? That is proven by actually when we go and buy something in a shop, that point of time we get a receipt. Okay, जो original buying receipt, मैंने खरीदा है उसका receipt जो मांगते हैं ना, let me tell you that is the actual legal proof that you own that particular product. Now, second thing, this is all about property and legal rights for associated with those properties. जैसे मेरे car के लिए the registration number or the buying purchase receipt is a proof of legal right. Okay, और मेरे farm के लिए or for my land or flat, what we do is जो registry करते हैं ना, that is actually a legal proof that you own it. Now, what has happened in last 25 or 30 odd years is we are moving from product-based economy to knowledge-based economy, right? This is what we have been hearing for long. We are a knowledge-based country, or the economy or the country is a knowledge-based. Like, knowledge or the technology itself has got some business value coming out of it. Now, if I have an idea in my brain, if I come up with an idea, or if I come up with a really great product, let's say, and I want to prove legally that I own that particular idea, I own that particular research. In that case, the rights, legal rights, are provided by something called intellectual property rights. It has three words: intellectual, the one who is creating the ideas or the creativity, the art or the technology. Second is property, which has got some business value actually. And the third is legal rights. I need a legal right for the technology, art, or creativity. Now, in this case, then who is actually, I would say, who is actually the creator? Okay. The very first question is, who is the creator? Now, a scientist who has been working for long, let's say, like the speaker we had, Ms. Priti Pachpande, she's a scientist actually. She's working since long for in a particular area for product design. What happens? She has put, let's say, 6 to 7 years to come up with a great product. She's a scientist. She is the creator, right? But then, let me tell you another example. For example, Gulzar Saab hai, who has written lots of poems, let's say. Or my 8 years old daughter Shreyasi, who draws lots of painting nowadays during this lockdown time. Are they creators? Yes, they are also creators. Or for that sake, Arijit Singh, who is a singer, or let's say A.R. Rahman, who is a musician, they are also creators, or they also have their own creativity, which is with respect to different domains of expertise, right? And based on these different domains of expertise, we have something called intellectual property rights, or different types of intellectual property rights. We are going to see different types of intellectual property rights today. Okay. What I would like to mention here at this point of time is that if the intellectual property rights basically are the monopoly rights. If I get the right, then no one else except me, without my permission, can use that particular technology, art, creativity. अगर मेरा म्यूजिक है, मैंने क्रिएट किया हुआ है, and if I have the IP for that, which is also called as a copyright, no one else without my permission can actually use that particular music. Or for example, I have come up with a, let's say, a product which is like, through some research. In that case, only I can sell the particular product. Or if someone wants to sell that product or commercialize, they have to seek permission from me. This is what happened with Phunsukh Wangdu. Now, we all are Phunsukh Wangdu. Reason being, we are doing research actually. We are involved into direct research actually. But then Phunsukh Wangdu had patents, right? So he has a monopoly over the creativities or the creations that he has actually made. But then what happens is, if someone else wants to commercialize it, those particular activities or the research inventions, basically, they cannot do it because the monopoly rights are with Phunsukh Wangdu. Chatur Ramalingam, on the other hand, he is not a creator. He is a businessman. What he wants to do is, he wants to do business for some of the products which have been invented by Phunsukh Wangdu. That's the reason he comes down to meet Chatur Ramalingam, because he wanted like the patents ka rights, or what we also call as a patent ka licensing. Of course, we are going to see the licensing part in one of the sessions later, right? So this is the correct answer actually, the third one. Phuntsuk Angdo had patents which were required for the business of Chatur Ramlingam. That's the correct answer to the question that I had put on the Telegram channel in the morning. Now, IP rights are also called as negative rights. The reason being, agar mere paas patent hai na, still I cannot launch my product. I can block everyone else, but it is not mandate. It is not necessary that I would get the permission to commercialize that product. That's why they are called negative rights. Now, what does it mean? IPR or negative rights means मेरे पास अगर rights है, तो still I have to go through the normal process of registering the product and getting it commercialized. Now, what does it mean? For example, we have lots of regulatory authorities. For example, telecom sector में अगर कोई है, so there is an authority called TRAI, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. Yeah, even in case of pharmaceutical products or the nutraceutical products, FMCG products, we have the local drug controller FDA, जिनसे आपको अलग से permission लेना होता है. If you get a patent, that doesn't give you a right to commercialize. Commercialization is a separate thing. Getting a patent is something separate. But if I have a patent, either I can commercialize or someone who gets a license from me can only commercialize. No one else without my permission can actually commercialize the invention. So this is unique about intellectual property rights. Most of us like, you know, many of the like, you know, people especially from academia, the professors and all, they come to me and say, sir मेरे पास patent है, इसको मुझे commercialization के लिए help कीजिए ना. See, it's not the patent that is going to sell eventually. It's the product or the invention that you have done that is going to be sold in the market, right? So IP rights are also like, you know, the negative rights, and they are the monopolistic rights. As I mentioned, anything software, any new research, music, art, literature, shape, configuration, logos, these are different types. ये human brain की creativity है. Even softwares for that sake. All these things are different types of creativities, and for all these we have different types of intellectual property rights. Like we have patents, we have copyright. Of course, we are going to see all these in detail, but some very, I would say, fascinating examples that we have right here in India for all these these kinds of IP. Trademarks, then we have trade secrets, then we also have something called as industrial design or geographical indication. One of the I would say most fascinating type of IP which everyone loves actually, especially the media and all. They love geographical indication basically, as well as so usually क्या होता है, everyone calls GI को भी patent बोलते हैं, design को भी patent बोलते हैं, trademark को भी patent बोलते हैं, copyright को भी patent बोलते हैं. But those at least who are part of this particular session would understand the differences now, as well as at least you can differentiate between different types of intellectual property rights that we have got. And what are these different types? We'll see one by one with some examples as well. Let us start with the very first type of IP right, which is called as a geographical indication. Now, GI, very common practice. GI everyone knows basically, like, you know, जो भी newspaper, news channels basically, local channels, websites, they are pretty much like, you know, fancied by the geographical indication. And what they call is, I'll tell you a very like simple news that I had read long back, as Mahabaleshwar strawberry gets a patent. Now, that's the kind of terminology that has been used. Actually, Mahabaleshwar strawberry is a product which is part of a geographical indication. Now, what are these products basically? These are the products jinka there is a connection with the local soil or the climate. एक particular region या एक particular location में we have got I would say some products, we have got some products from that particular location which has something to do something to do with the local soil or the local climate. Now, how does it work? Let me give you some examples. And the quality of that product is not because of the like it actually, the thing that is responsible for the quality of the product is either the local soil or local climate or the some local manufacturer, or for example like skill set hai, okay, for a local manufacturers only, that gives it unique characteristic. Let me take you through some examples so that we'll understand as well. Okay, so we have something like, now this is how India looks like. Okay, we have lots of examples, like we have Paithani saris, which is famous from Paitan, Solapuri chadar, Kolhapuri chappal, touch embroidery, Mahabaleshwar strawberry, of course I have already told you. Now what we can do is, as an exercise, okay, what you can do is on the Telegram channel you can mention about the types of the product आप जिस location से हो. For example, कोणी पुण्याचा आहे, someone is from Ratnagiri, someone Nagpur, someone so you can either put it under chat option. Okay, you can put it under chat option. Let me take that. Okay, now we have got this example of Tirupati Balaji Laddu, which is also a GI. That's the correct example here. We are getting from Hema, actually Nara Hema Marine. Okay, Punechi Bakarwadi, Dr. Geeta Shinde. Now I have a question for Punechi Bakarwadi. Is what is that one quality of Chitale Bakarwadi which has got something to do with the local soil or the climate? And the answer is no, it is not. Pune Bakarwadi is not part of some Samruddhi. I was expecting this Mumbai Vada Pav. Mumbai Vada Pav can also cannot be a GI, geographical indication. We can stop with the examples. Shraddha, Punechi Misal, Puneri Feta. Yes, please, class, stop with the examples. We have what, almost 440 plus participants. Yes, Alfonso Mango from Konkan is also part of this. Like, you know, we have lots of examples. Okay, please, class. Yes, let us. Okay, we got so many examples. Actually, you know, everyone knows what is GI, but basically, what is important to understand here is that the products ka quality has to do with the local soil or the climate at that particular location only. Of course, I cannot take all the examples here, but Nagpur oranges, yes. Solapuri Jawar can be part of GI as such. Thereafter, we have, of course, Nagpur oranges. Kanchipuram saris, this is coming from Priya Sundararajan. That is also already included in the state Tamil Nadu. Okay, I have got that example. Salem turmeric, even Salem fabric, Dr. Anuradha Pense is one of the examples. मोहिनी खंडेलवाल, आपने जो केसर मैंगो बताया है वो कहाँ का है वो आप मेंशन कीजिए, तभी आपको जीआई इज अलाउड और नॉट. लखनऊ टुंडे कबाब, फवाद खान जी, आपने मुंह में लाइक यू नो सबके मुंह में पानी आ गया कबाब सुन के. बट लेट मी टेल यू, इफ इट हैज एनी वन प्रोडक्ट, वन थिंग, ओके, which is related to the local soil or climate, then only you are in a position to have the GI for that. Puneri Feta is yes. Hapus mango, Vijay Paithane, you have to tell me the location as well. Without that, so if for that particular location, you can actually have a GI for those products. Bhavnagar Nagar Gatia, Basmati rice, this is coming from Richa Singh. Again, we need to know the location. Sukeli from Vasai, Elvina Pereira, not sure what kind of product this is. Satara Kandi Pede is coming from Ankita Katte. I'll have to just check if it has any one ingredient or product, one thing that is connected with the local soil or climate. then only you would be in a position to provide the answer whether it is protected under GI or not. Dr. Debjani, Darjeeling tea is one of the very famous GI India has ever produced actually. Okay, so very nice, I would say. Everyone is very much aware of GI, but only thing is we call it patent, right? GI is something, for example, me Laturcha hai, and there is one product which is famous from Latur. I cannot go to GI office and tell the GI office to provide me a GI for that. Who can do that then? It has to be a local manufacturers association. Okay. Usually there are three kinds of product: agriculture product, okay, which are, or the food product, or the local skill set. Like for example, Kolhapuri chappal, when we say in Kolhapur, there is a, like, you know, association who is producing the chappals, as well as there is a certain skill set that is required for all these people, like, you know, and that's why Kolhapuri chappal can be protected under GI. Okay, but Mumbai vada pav has, I would say, nothing specific as far as taste is concerned. Of course, Mumbai's vada pav is really very tasty, but it is not different from the one, maybe, like, you know, what you would be getting from Pune or some other locations as well. You can in fact have good quality vada pav. Even in North, in Delhi also, I had good quality of vada pav as well, right? So if your product has anything to do with local soil and climate, then only it can be protected under GI, and it has to be protected not by an individual. Ek akela banda jaake, you cannot protect your GI. Actually, GI, also geographical indication, also called as a community right, means it protects the local communities. For example, I'll tell you a kind of a thing that happened to me last summer actually. During last summer, my wife told me to have Alfonso mangoes. Go and bring some Alfonso mangoes. Now, so I went to the fruit vendor. I told him, give me some Alfonso mangoes. Now, he gave me some Alfonso mangoes. I told him, like, I need the original Alfonso mangoes, right? Now, what happened when I went back home with the Alfonso mangoes, I gave it to my wife. Her reaction was really very amazing. She told me that you have been cheated. Tumhala fasavlay, aapko fasaya gaya hai. This is not original Alfonso mango, right? I told her, I told my wife that, yes, I know that I've been cheated 13 years back. That's when I was actually got married, I would say. Okay. Now, jokes apart, there was someone else who was also cheated during this transaction. I'm not speaking about my marriage, but when I bought the Alfonso mangoes from a particular fruit vendor, and that person is a local manufacturer who is originally producing, जिसका original Alfonso mangoes है ना, उसका business harm हो रहा है. GI tagging, geographical indications provide protection for the local communities at different locations. That's why, as I mentioned, these are also called as community rights, and this can be applied. Usually a college can apply for that particular location. Like for example, some of the GIs in Konkan are actually applied by local colleges there, as well as what we also have seen is the APMC market. Okay, they can also apply for GI for the local products, right? Now, so these are some of the examples for GI. So the first type of IP that we have seen is GI. Actually, like, you know, we have got lots of examples like Goa Feni, Vada Kam from Palghar. Yes, APMC can do because it's a local association or the manufacturer or the local manufacturers associations, or like, you know, the I would say it is actually, you know, something, a group of association of local people that can do. Okay, that is allowed actually, right? Now, the next thing is this is the first type of IP. The second type of IP that we are going to see is a trademark. Okay, we saw what does it mean by geographical indication. Next thing is that we are going to see is a trademark. Trademark is a sign or an indicator used by an individual, a business organization, or a legal entity. For example, Pillai Group has got a logo now. What happens as a businessman? I have to start a college, new college, and that too in Panvel or nearby area, Rasayani mein. What I do is, hey, Pillai has got a good name. It has got a good brand already. What I do is, I would start my new college with the same name, Pillai's College. Now, what protects the original authenticity, the sign or the name is the trademark actually. Okay. Now we have lots of examples, like when we see the logo Big Bazaar, we know it's a retail chain basically, like, you know, wahan pe retail products milte hain, right? You know, so they have this tagline called Making India Beautiful. Basically, jo products ya naam dekhne ke baad there is a mention of R in a circle or TM. They are all trademarks. There is a difference between TM and R. R is if it is registered and TM is when it is not registered basically. Okay. Now let me tell you another example. Just say the two squares that you can see is a Domino's pizza basically, right? Domino's ka pizza hai. Everyone knows it. We usually go, like, you know, to Domino's or Pizza Hut. Let me tell you something. A very nice example here is, I have a pizza shop right bang in front of my office. Right? Okay. It's been run since last 10 years. The quality of pizza is really very nice. The taste is also unique. What happens is, one fine day, we have, of course, I'm eating that pizza since last 10 years. Now, one fine day, Domino's comes here or Pizza Hut comes here and start with their own franchisee or own shop right adjacent to the local shop. When that happens, next time जब मैं अपनी बेटी के साथ जा रहा हूँ, so she wants to go to Domino's or Pizza Hut and not to the local shop. Why is it so? That's the value of a brand actually, you know, because she knows. And if we understand, the quality of pizza would be more or less same, because I've been eating the pizza. तो जिसे हम हिंदी में 19-20 बोलते हैं, that is the case with respect to the taste of the pizza. Now, what about the price actually? The price of pizza at Domino's or Pizza Hut is really very high. You know what we are paying extra bucks for? Every pizza that we buy at Domino's or Pizza Hut, we are paying trademark royalty to the owner of the name Pizza Hut or Domino's. So every brand, entire franchisee business model works on trademark licensing. Mera naam hai. Firstcry.com, what does it do? You have so many local shops. What does it actually do? Firstcry.com actually is a chain which provides the baby products, right? It sells the baby products, right? So this is another example of trademark. So anything which is a logo device. Now, if you see the apple, it's not an eating apple. When we see that, we expect some kind of quality coming out of it, right? For the product, and that we know it is a mobile actually, iPhone ka hai, right? So this is another example. MACD, I'm loving it. Okay, the tagline for every product that cannot be replicated by something else. MACD ka, like for example, I have to start a new chain, food chain. What I'll do is McDonald को मैं WACDonald, M को W कर दूंगा और I am loving it लिखूंगा. That is not possible because both the things are protected under something called as trademark. Okay, so trademark gives you the right, legal right, monopoly right for your brand's names words, phrases. I am loving it is a tagline, that is a phrase, a logo, a symbol, a design, even an image or a device as well. For all that, you actually can get the trademark actually. Okay, so the second type of IP, which is different from GI that we have seen, is a trademark. So GI में we saw lots of examples which were local manufacturers, yeah, local connect से related थे. Those were the examples. In this case, in case of trademark, it relates to brands, logos, symbols, and everything which is connected. See, actually, you know what happens? I'll tell you one very nice example of trademark. If anyone is from Aurangabad as such, like, you know, there is a very famous pan shop in Aurangabad, which is Tara Pan Shop. Okay. Now, what has happened? It's a 100-year-old shop actually. Pan shop which has more than 20 employees. A pan shop which has more than 20 employees. Let me tell you, if someone, any one of you visit there, like, you know, you would realize actual में वहाँ पे कोई पान है जिसका price is 5,000 as well for a single pan. Right now, what has happened? Uske brand opposite, we have something called New Tara Pan Shop. Now, when an outsider goes to Aurangabad for the first time, by the way, it's a tourist place, right? And that point of time, when they see both the shops, they are confused. Local लोगों को तो पता है कि कौन सा original है, कौन सा नया है करके, right? But see, it's actually there is some litigation going on. Who owns the trademark? It's between the siblings actually, cousins hai wo shayad se, right? You know, so that is also something which is directly connected to all the local businesses for the trademark. Okay, now the next type of IP right, which everyone loves, is a trade secret. Trade secret is something which is connected to information that has to be kept as a secret. When you actually sign an MOU, or you work or you collaborate with someone with respect to the like some research activities, what is also important to understand is the confidentiality of that particular product or the research need to be kept, and how it can be actually done. In the major economies like US and Europe, we have specific trade secret laws. India में trade secret law नहीं है. Now, जैसे like it's moral. I'll tell you an analogy. It's like a gossiping basically. हम लोग जैसे स्कूल में या कॉलेज में ये होता है बच्चों में कि like, you know, I tell someone, अरे मैं तुझे बता रहा हूँ, किसी और को मत बता, and we know that everyone else knows it. But when it is that information is with respect to the business, when that information is with respect to the business, at that point of time, what happens is that information has to be kept as a secret. Otherwise, it may have some business implications as well. I'll tell you what is the actually example. It can be the best example is a Coca-Cola formula. No one knows what is there in the Coca-Cola formula. Or we have this example of KFC spices. I'm a vegetarian, but then KFC spices, the chicken that is famous like from KFC has got some spices ka formula which is also kept as a trade secret. Now, in fact, long back, Coca-Cola, Indian government wanted Coca-Cola to disclose the formula to them. Coca-Cola said, no, we can't disclose that formula to you. The Coca-Cola was withdrawn from India for some point of time, for some period as well, but they didn't disclose it because that is kept as a trade secret. Now, in India, we have something called as the Indian Contract Act, which protects the I would say the all the trade secrets, or all the I would say all the contracts which जो हम normal contracts करते हैं वैसे ही trade secret. Now, how shall I actually use this when I'm collaborating with someone for my research? What happens is we need to sign something called confidentiality disclosure agreements, what we call a CDA or non-disclosure agreement. Even when you are collaborating, or for example आप अगर like I'm a patent agent, lots of client come to me कि sir हमें patent file करना है. What may also happen when you disclose the invention, I can actually file it in on my name as well, right? How are you going to stop me? How are you going to actually, come to know that I have filed the invention in my name? Before disclosing an invention to anyone, be it your collaborator, be it your like patent agent, a lawyer, attorney, or anyone, that point of time you need to ensure you sign a confidentiality disclosure agreement or non-disclosure agreement. That means no one else except you and that person has the access to that particular data. So this is also called as a trade secret. We have another type of IP which is called as a copyright. जैसे ट्रेडमार्क को TM या R से मेंशन करते हैं, वैसे C copyright. It is mentioned by the word C in a circle. Now, copyright is really important as far as academics are concerned. Copyright provides you the protection for your original work. See, the word original is really important. Original work of authorship Now, copyright can be for a novel, poem, book, painting, architecture, a photograph, computer programs, software, reference work, newspaper, chart, advertisement, sound recording, broadcasting, everything is covered under copyright. I'll tell you a very interesting case that happened in terms of copyright. That was for Delhi University. Usually क्या करते हैं बच्चे लोग ना, they take a photocopy of a book during the exam or for studies, right? What happened is Delhi University decided that instead of students individually going to a photocopying shop and doing that, let us do that. Let us take money from the students and we'll photocopy it and give it to the students as notes. Now, everyone was happy. DO was happy. Delhi University, the students were happy. Chalo kaam bach gaya. Then there was one set of people who were not happy. The authors jinki books thi, as well as the publishers of that particular book, because unka business harm ho raha, right? That's absolutely correct. That can happen, right? So that the entire publishers lobby went to the court and got an injunction against the Delhi University. Delhi University had to stop that practice of photocopying the entire books and giving to the student. This was a kind of a milestone case which happened in the academic space. I'll tell you other examples, like especially in the North India, we have like शादियां बड़ी धूमधाम से होती है, resort and all book होते हैं and all. What happened is Delhi and NCR के जो भी wedding resorts थे, one fine day they got a notice from Yash Raj Music. Don't use our music in your weddings. What does it mean? Why? Because Yash Raj Music felt उनका right है. Of course, copyright उनके पास है. Yash Raj Music owns the copyright. But does that mean जैसे मैं मेरे बेटी की बर्थडे पार्टी में कोई म्यूजिक यूज कर रहा हूं तो shall I pay the royalty to Yash Raj? No, that's not the case. I'm doing for my own sake, that is allowed. But what these wedding halls are doing is for the business. When you get involved into business, that point of time, copyright owner is definitely going to come to you. Okay. Now we have so many very unique examples. We have three. I have got three best of the examples from copyright actually, which are really very much connected to everyone. We can very much easily get connected with these examples. So first example that is a picture from Kumar Vishwas, who is a politician as well as he's a great poet basically. So we are not going to speak about politics here. He's a great poet. Also, he has a YouTube channel. What Kumar Vishwas did is उसने ना अपने YouTube channel पे एक YouTube video upload कर दिया. Now, and he slept. He normal routine है, उसने अपना एक video upload कर दिया on his YouTube channel. When he woke up in the morning, he realized that that video has gone viral. बहुत famous हो गया वो video in the morning when he woke up. Okay, but the reason was not the video, because there was this one particular guy, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. He had tweeted कि my copyrights are infringed because of Kumar Vishwas ka video. Now, what does it mean? How did this happen? कुमार विश्वास ने जो पोएम पे पिक्चराइज किया था, ओके, दैट पर्टिकुलर वीडियो, दैट वाज रिटन बाय हरिवंश राय जी बच्चन, अमिताभ बच्चन जी के फादर. एंड लेट मी टेल यू, आईपी राइट्स गेट इनहेरिटेड. जैसे आपके पेरेंट्स आपको कार, बंगला, गोल्ड, पैसा देते हैं, आस्क देम इफ देयर इज एनी आईपी that is also can be actually inherited. Amitabh Bachchan ji got that through the copyright of Harivansh Rai ji Bachchan ki poems. And Amitabh Bachchan felt he should stop someone using the poems without, for the commercial reasons, without his permission. And that's the why he actually had tweeted about that. Now, what happened is Kumar Vishwas mentioned there कि I have earned 32 rupees since last night. कल रात से सुबह तक मेरे को 32 रुपया मिला है. I am ready to pay this amount to Mr. Amitabh Bachchan as a royalty. I understand that is his property. Now, but then I got a permission. I approached Mr. Amitabh Bachchan's office to get permission for this, but they didn't give me the permission. But still, I got the permission from someone else to use that particular song. And who that person would be? When I'm live in the session, I have got funniest answer to this question. Someone said, Jaya Bachchan se liya permission, reason being कि अमिताभ बच्चन के घर में तो उनकी चलती होगी ना, right? That may be one of the answers. Abhishek Bachchan, because he is the next generation, or maybe Aishwarya Rai Bachchan. Someone also told Aradhya Rai Bachchan also, right? You know, Aradhya Bachchan से permission लिया होगा, but that is not possible. Actually, Kumar Vishwas ने जो permission लिया था, that was from Mr. Ajitabh Bachchan, जो इनके brother है अमिताभ जी के, and he also owns the copyright. So as I mentioned, it is inherited. Copyright का term जो होता है, death of a author plus 60 years. Death के बाद 60 years तक copyright आपके पास है. During that point of time, you can actually exploit it commercially as well. If someone else does that, you can actually stop him from doing that. Then we have another famous example from Amitabh Bachchan. जैसे हम लोग कहीं जाते हैं travel करने के लिए, no, don't travel during the lockdown, but जैसे lockdown से पहले या बाद में, when we travel, if we come across any celebrity, what we do is एक photo लेते हैं एंड उस पे सारे सोशल मीडिया पे डाल दिया कि आई मेट मिस्टर अमिताभ बच्चन टुडे, सारा इंस्टा पे डाल दिया, ट्विटर पे डाल दिया, आपके लाइक यू नो फेसबुक पे डाल दिया, व्हाट्सएप पे डाल दिया, सबको शेयर, हे आई मेट अमिताभ बच्चन, आई मेट अमिताभ. इवन क्रू मेंबर्स डू दैट. सो दिस पर्टिकुलर क्रू मेंबर वाज रियली हैप्पी टू सी मिस्टर अमिताभ बच्चन. ही डिड द सेम थिंग. एक पिक लिया, ही अपलोडेड ऑन द all the his social media, Insta पे डाल दिया, Facebook पे डाल दिया. Suddenly that pic went viral. What happened with the pic is every news channel, every website, every web portal, every news channel as well wanted this pic because there is a commercial value coming out of it. If you see that उस पिक में अमिताभ एंड वो क्रू मेंबर के पीछे रेखा है, and suddenly this created a huge business value for a particular picture. When there is a business value, business coming out of a IP, that point of time you need protection. And what protects you right here is copyright. Okay, copyright has a very globally, copyright has a golden rule, and that rule is one who creates it owns it. Simple language, जिसने create किया, he is the or she is the owner. One who creates it owns it. Now this has a very funny case actually, which because of this global rule, there was this one particular photographer
he forgot his camera, and then it was actually like, you know, एक chimpanzee या monkey को वो मिल गया. And now this was the first selfie taken by an animal in the world. The first selfie taken by an animal in the world. Who owns the copyright? The one who creates it owns it. Who owns the copyright? The monkey or the photographer? Now that's the kind of questions actually which are raised in terms of like the legal implications of a particular product or a particular picture is concerned. Now, of course, monkey doesn't want the right. Monkey doesn't need money. We human need money, right? So who was fighting on behalf of monkey was actually जो forest जहाँ पे जिस जंगल में वो था, उस जंगल का administration was fighting on behalf of monkey कि give us the rights. जो royalty आ रहा है वो हमें चाहिए. Don't give it to the photographer. Photographer in the meantime had a very smart lawyer, just like me. What the lawyer said in the court is, see, my client, the photographer, intentionally forgot his camera. He created the situation intentionally such that the monkey takes a selfie. Let me tell you, some of the courts have actually agreed and given the rights to photographers. Some of the courts have given the rights to the monkey as well. Now, when I say this, it has a meaning in this, which is like, see, the IP rights are jurisdictional rights. If you have a patent in India, you can enforce. आपकी monopoly सिर्फ India तक ही restricted है. You cannot use that particular IP outside India. If you want to have an IP outside India, you need to file a separate application for that. It may be a patent, it may be a trademark, it may be a copyright or GI, whatever type of IP we would be speaking. IP rights are jurisdictional rights. Okay, so this is a third example, a third type of IP right that, so rather fourth type. What we saw, first one was the geographical indication, trademark, trade secret, copyright. Let us move on to something called as industrial design. Industrial design is something which protects the visual design of an object or a product. Now, this is really applicable in case of external visual design of a product. जैसे कोई product, for example, which we buy or purchase just based on its look, उसका functionality नहीं, just based on its look. For example, we purchase clothes just based on the looks, or the females can tell me very easily that what we buy is jewelry, right? Jewelry is something that we buy just based on the looks. Jewelry में gold या silver या diamond ही है, but then at the end of the day pricing varies because of the design, external look, right? Now industrial design is only for the products जहाँ पे external design is unique. Okay, have we ever imagined कि Hyundai की कार का डिजाइन, Honda की कार का डिजाइन, Mercedes की कार का डिजाइन या Toyota की कार का डिजाइन never matches? You know what? Each and every type of design is actually protected under something called as trade industrial design. That is the reason no one else can copy it actually. Okay, that is one of the reasons. So what happens typically is when like, you know, when I like, you know, I had an opportunity to go with my cousin actually for shopping dress material and a sari. What happened, I was just speaking with the like, you know, he was my friend actually who owned the shop. When I उससे बात किया, how is it going? He was like, it's going very nice. I asked him casually, what is the biggest problem that you face? He said, so of course, clothes shop hai, sari shop hai. He said, we have lots of female customers. And what happens, in fact, that happened with my cousin as well. What happens is, जो कलर की साड़ी पसंद है ना, वो डिजाइन नहीं पसंद है, जो डिजाइन पसंद है वो कलर नहीं पसंद है. The only thing that comes up is भैया इस डिजाइन की उस कलर में साड़ी दिखाओ या ड्रेस मटेरियल दिखाओ. And you know what, my cousin did exactly same thing at that point of time. Now this external look or design is actually protected under monopolistic right called industrial design, just for the external look of the particular product. So this is another example of industrial design. Of course, patents we'll be discussing really in detail, I would say later, because a patent is the typically जो science people है, biotech people hai, or like those who are coming from chemistry, or like different set of fraternities like pharmacy ke kuch log hai. For them patent is a kind of a IP right which is really relevant actually. And of course we have an entire one session tomorrow on patents. Patent is like what we saw in case of GI, copyright, trademark, industrial design or trade secret. Patent is the right type of IP which is for inventions. जो आप research creativity कर रहे हो in your lab, that is for that the kind of IP right that is essential, that is patent. I'm gonna speak about patent in details tomorrow because that's been my practice area. But as of now, what I want to tell you is it's a right given by the government of India to an inventor or an assignee, okay, for 20 years time in exchange for public disclosure. जो आप lab में बना रहे हो उसका जब आप public disclosure करोगे, at that point of time when you file a patent you get a monopolistic rights for that. Okay, how does the patent system work actually? We'll see lots of examples for patents of course tomorrow, okay, when we would have a detailed session on patent filing as well as how to actually what are the requirements for patentability, किस type के invention के लिए हमें patent मिल सकता है. But at this point of time what is required to be understood is when you have an idea, you file a patent, it gets published, okay, that application gets published, and thereafter there is a patentability analysis, what we call novelty, non-obviousness, industrial applicability. We'll see it with some great examples tomorrow. But then you have then the patent gets granted. Once the patent gets granted, you have a term of 20 years. So filing से लेके 20 साल तक आपके पास monopoly rights है. Now, why 20 years only? That's a global standard which is set by TRIPS. Okay, हर country में filing से 20 years के ही rights आपको मिलते हैं. Now, once those 20 years are done, that point of time, anyone, let me tell you, once the patent expires, anyone can practice or exploit that invention. What you have done is you have provided an opportunity to everyone to use that invention after 20 years. That's why you have got a monopoly for 20 years. So you added some data or added something to the humankind. That's why actually you are getting a monopoly for the time of 20 years. After 20 years, the invention is open to public for exploitation. As I mentioned, we'll see all this in detail tomorrow, but now I take the questions one by one based on this particular session. Of course, we are open for the discussion as well. That means you can actually put your questions in the chat mode. Of course, I'm going to take all the questions one by one. Let me see. There are lots of questions actually. Okay, so we have got this question. We had lots of examples for GI. Shegaon Kachori, Kolkata Roshagulla, Mahimsa Halwa, Sunil Wagmare, thank you so much. Thank you IQAC DBC for your comments. Just coming to the questions. Okay, you're done. I want you to tell me how to explain this content to students of TY, as it's totally new to them. I want you to give me a very simple technique for the student in which I can clear to them and they get the content as well. This coming from Mohini Khandelwal. Mohini, I think I have tried to put it in a very simple language. In fact, I'll tell you, I have conducted these sessions, same sessions at school level as well. School के बच्चों को भी ये समझ में आता है. Only thing is you need to connect with them with the right example actually. Okay, so this is from Mohini Khandelwal. How can we identify Kavita Pandey Dhoble? I think this is for GI. I would say for GI, what you need to ensure is वो product को अगर कुछ भी quality है, which has to connect with the local soil or climate, in that case, actually you can take. I mean, you can have the GI for that. Okay, if GI, this is from Priya Sundararajan. If GI protection is not applied for, can protection not obtained by the mere fact that an item has been made? So actually, if you, Priya, if you have a legal right, that is much better actually. Okay, many times people especially may not be aware. Priya, you are absolutely right. That's the reason we have so many, I would say, the program IPR awareness programs to let them know about. And see, I'll tell you what, I belong to Latur. Even we have some like, you know, in the nearby areas, we have lots of geographical indications which have been filed. This is something, and even Government of India is providing lots of help in those cases actually. Elizabeth Rosen, can breeds of dogs or organisms be considered? Elizabeth, I couldn't understand this question. For what? Then what is the process of registering or licensing of GI? Vishwas, get in touch with me. We are the, like, you know, a lawyer can file a GI on your behalf, or like, you know, so it's actually the process, entire process is already mentioned on the GI site as well. You need to provide some local proofs as well as some information related to that particular product. I have a question for you. What happens if I want to do innovation in a GI product? Is it allowed? Very nice question. This is coming from Tejashri actually. So I'll tell you, for example, Alfonso mangoes है, उस पे मैंने कोई innovation करना है, कोई end product बनाना है, finished product, okay, which is different from a mango. Mango का pulp निकाल के उसको कुछ processing, spray drying वगैरह करके, at the end of the day I get a really nice product. Now in that case it is allowed, okay, but you won't be getting a patent right monopoly for the GI, but you would be getting for that end product only. Tejashri, I would say this as a very smart question. Yeah, Samriddhi, names of brands can't be copied even by same company. So वो company को Samriddhi उसके rights रहते हैं, they can use. We have seen it, like for example, Reliance is using the Reliance name in so many brands actually, right? You know, how do you look at sugarcane crop which is cultivated? Yes, Dr. Arjun Lakhe is asking this question. So GI का एक uniqueness क्या है पता है? Mango in Konkan, that Alfonso is also GI protected, and UP में मलिहाबादी दशहरी mango is also protected. हर location का अलग अलग, या केसर अम्बा is also protected. Everything can be protected as per that location, Dr. Arjun. Yeah. Now we have Ashirwad Chevda. What is the difference between TM and registered? As I mentioned, TM is a trademark and R अगर लिखा है तो वो already registered है, government का उसको protection मिल चुका है, application है तो that is TM. Okay. Then Banana of Khandesh, Dr. Shivaji Patil, thank you. How to register or protect your idea or a concept? Mahesh Deshmukh, thank you so much for the question. We'll be discussing this tomorrow for sure, how to file a patent and all. Okay. So basically क्या होता है? You are an expert in your domain. What you have got is your great idea about your product. But when you go to a lawyer to protect your invention, and you start speaking in the technical terms, in terms of software, in terms of a chemistry, most of the times he may not be in a position to understand it. That's where the concept of patent agent comes. patent agent like me, who is from a technical background, understands your invention as well as the legal part of it. Now, this is really crucial. Patent agents are allowed to file patent. I'm also a patent agent. We can file patent in patent office. Okay. So of course we'll be discussing Mahesh Deshmukh this in detail. Professor Sunil Ingle, thank you so much for your comment. Dr. Sunil Baba, you are giving. Thank you, Dr. Sunil, for your comments. I think we are getting lots of comments here. Jyoti Gupta, thank you so much. I just need to take questions. Can there be a copyright for PhD thesis? This is coming from Gitashu. Absolutely correct. As I mentioned, see the condition is that original work of authorship. आपका अगर original thesis है, आपने copy नहीं किया हुआ है, then you have the copy. The one who creates it owns it. You can actually have the copyright. अगर कोई as it is उठा रहा है ना, you can file a case against that. Okay, and let me tell you, copyright का registration is not at all mandatory. आप उसको without registration भी you can enforce the right. Dr. Mrinal Bhardwaj, can e-content module posted on the YouTube channel? Absolutely, ma'am. In fact, I have a YouTube channel as well, जहाँ पे this particular session would be kept. मतलब ये पूरा session with the question answer session I'm putting on my YouTube channel. I'll share the link as well with you. YouTube channel का सारा copyright आपके पास रहता है. In fact, if you copy from someone else, and there are 3 instances, YouTube would block your YouTube channel, Dr. Munana. Very nice and relevant questions for the academics, especially during the, I would say, lockdown period, when I can see, actually I've been running my YouTube channel since almost 3 or 4 years, but then what I see nowadays is every college has got their own YouTube channel in last few days. That's a nice question, Dr. Manal. Thank you, Dr. Prakash, Dr. Awad, for your comments. Let me go to the questions actually. First, yes, Dr. Shivaji, thank you so much. Can the YouTube video of cooking or drawing Chandrima? Yes, absolutely. That is part of a copyright, as I mentioned. Every YouTube video. See, what is important? आपका खुद का है, right? आपने अगर कहीं से चोरी नहीं किया है ना, you have the right with you, Chandrima. ठीक है? Good to know that you are involved in cooking, right? Dr. Aarti Dubey on PPT taking textbook pages. Dr. Aarti, I think the question is incomplete. I don't understand. Okay. Sneha Lokande, don't know that IPs are inherited. Yes, they are inherited. If you at your home, ask your parents what is that one thing they are actually going to give you. Anu Murli, we take questions from textbooks of authors. No, Anu. Let me tell you, Anu. What happens is, you are not doing it for business, it's for examination. Education sector में अगर आप कोई चीज कर रहे हो, you know, in that case it is allowed actually, because it's for the sake of education. You are not doing it for business. Okay, I'll tell you one very nice example that had happened with me is, मैंने सारे जो trademarks आपको दिखाए ना, I was speaking in front of lawyers, a group of around 100 lawyers. One of the very youngest and smartest lawyers stood up and he asked me, सर ये अगर यूज नहीं कर सकते तो हाउ आर यू यूजिंग इन दिस लेक्चर? Very valid question as a lawyer, I would say. But then I'm doing not for professional reasons or business reasons. For teaching, it is allowed, Anu Murli. I think that answers your question. Of course, we have a lot of questions. Yeah, thank you. Send feedback forms, attendance sheet. No. Hope it's not infringement. Dr. Anuradha, once again, Sabyasachi Mukherjee's design. Coca-Cola bottle also, yes, Nara, Hema, that is also, even the architecture design, yes. Modi, I don't want to comment Snehal Patil on that. Tailors are using design of different companies to make different dress. Now, I'll tell you, Jyoti Gupta, what happens is the owner of the, see, अगर मेरी कहीं पे land है, किसी ने encroachment किया, it is my duty to like, you know, उनको वहां से निकाले. But then if I stay silent and let police take the action, ऐसे नहीं होता है. It is my duty to enforce my right. अगर Sabyasachi का design है in that case, it is Sabyasachi's responsibility to stop others. No one else is coming and going to stop everyone else from using that particular design. Thank you. I think Jyoti, I have answered this. Thank you so much, Vishwas. Sumit, thank you so much. Sushma, Jyoti, Manish Malhotra, Jyoti, no, it is not allowed. Thank you, iPhone. Tushar, thank you so much. Yes, you would be getting all the information, not PPT, but the video. Literature survey while patent drafting. This is coming from Vandana Satam. Actually, literature survey is the same thing that you do during your thesis. Actually, you know, one of the thing. Only thing is, आपको वो legal way से present करना है in your patent document when you are drafting. Actually, ठीक है? So this is from Vandana Satam. Thank you, Dr. Avinash, Sangamitra, Madhav Bhosle. Yes, thank you so much. I think I'm done with the questions because I think difference between patent and trade secret. This is coming from Poonam Patel. Poonam, patent mein you are disclosing everything to everyone. Okay. You are disclosing, patent gets published. Trade secret मतलब वो information आपके पास ही है. You are not disclosing it to anyone else. ठीक है? Thank you, Vandana Dubey, Mahesh, Maitreyi, any book? No. Beautiful session. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me just take the questions here. I know that it was a great session. Yes. Okay. Got a question here. If more than one, this is from Dr. Radharani. If more than one person have same idea, wow, very intelligent question, I would call. If more than one person have same idea, how both the idea can be protected individually? First of all, जो पहले पेटेंट ऑफिस जाएगा ना, उसको पेटेंट ग्रांट होगा. It's very simple. First to file system. आपके दिमाग में जब आइडिया आ जाए ना, come to us, we'll file the patent for you. Okay. So that's the way it works actually. Although you have that idea, जैसे एक साल से आप सोच रहे हो, लेकिन किसी बीच में ही किसी और ने फाइल कर दिया पेटेंट, you won't have the right for that. We have a simply patent like first to file system. If the patent has expired, can we claim a no, not at all. I don't know whose question is this, but this is not allowed. एक बार ही आपको मिलता है. Recording, yes, Dr. Vijay, I'm putting it on the YouTube channel after some time. Can you tell us why 20 years? That's a global standard and Chaco, okay, and not starting from the filing and not from the grant, right? At times grant takes 8 or 10 years as well. At times it gets one particular year as well in some cases. That's why we have standard 20 years from filing. Ashish Sarpate, how government initiative the IPR programs for college. I think I'm going to cover that. I'm providing the my contact details as well, Ashish. You can get in touch with me directly and we can speak over this for the government initiatives or the program that we are doing for the academics. Amitabh Bachchan, whom shall be the rightful owner to have the copyright? Yes, very smart. The photographer जिसने लिया है, जिसके फोटो में उसका वो rights है, okay. And Amitabh Bachchan has already agreed to take that photo selfie, right? You know, how long do patents stay with the owner? 20 years, Samriddhi. Thank you so much. Sneha Lokhande, I think I have taken your question. But I'm so sorry, but we have got more comments rather than I would say the questions. Process of copyright, my Dr. Devjani Mitra, very nice. Can you tell me the process of copyright of my daughter's drawing? Dr. Devjani, it is not necessary to take the copyright actually. The moment she has created it, if it's original, she owns it. If there is any protection that is required, that is only in case she wants to commercialize it. Okay. So copyright process is very easy. It's not that difficult. But as I mentioned, the moment you create it, you have the right. Okay. And if you want to go for commercialization, then only go for the filing of the copyright. Because there would be a cost involved in that as well. Right. Thank you, Shankar Patel. If you are using some copyright videos for teaching, if you are teaching, no issue. Use those videos in the classes. Don't put it on your own YouTube channel. It's your car. That's the question from Pushpa, and I think I have answered this. What after 60 years, Suchita Bhovar? Suchita, after 60 years, I'll tell you, earlier the copyright was for 50 years. 1993 May, all the books by Rabindranath Tagore were copyright free. There was a rush of publishers who want to publish the same book. Okay. After 60 years, now it is 60 years. Now after 60 years, actually all the publishers can use that. Thank you. Do the children get royalty benefits, that is called as? This question is from Samruddhi. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Thank you, Pankaj Kumar. What nice to see the comment. Is it possible to have copyright for? Yes, absolutely. Yes. Copyright for chemistry? No. Science के लोगों के लिए the right kind of. So आज के session में what we understood, I'm not going to take any more questions because we have got huge number of questions here. I've tried to answer the ones which I could cover. Okay. See, what is important to understand based on this particular presentation is, whatever is the area to which you belong to, you are from a commerce side, you are from a chemistry side, you are from pharma side, you are from, let's say, art side. What is the right type of IP for your product? Because you can actually have multiple IPs for your same products. The same mobile handset has got a patent, has got a copyright over its software, as well as इसका trademark भी है Samsung का नाम का, as well as there is something called trade secret as well. Your same product के लिए आपको अलग-अलग IP हो सकता है. Okay. Now we'll be meeting tomorrow, but before concluding the session, I have something to tell you about Patlexa as well. Okay. We are a knowledge process outsourcing firm. As I mentioned, I'm really very proud to mention that I operate from Latur instead of course I'm a typical Navi Mumbaikar basically, but still I operate from Latur, my office and the entire setup. We are of course involved into IP filings, IP courses as well, intellectual property rights course, basic course. We are not doing it for the sake of money. We are doing in collaboration with lots of institutions, colleges, universities and all. We are doing it locally through online media or through, like, physically wahan jaake lectures dena and all, as well as we are providing support for NAC and NBA as a KPO. We are not a consultant for NAC and NBA. What we are doing is we are providing support only with respect to IPR, innovation, entrepreneurship, startup. We have, as I mentioned, we are involved into lots of training programs, as well as we have got MOUs with the academic institutions, like even the government universities and all. So that's all about today. We'll be actually meeting tomorrow, I would say, for this particular session on patent drafting, patent filing and all. And if anyone has any queries, can text me on this particular number. That's my WhatsApp number as well, and I'm available over the email as well on that particular number as such. So thank you so much, the organizers, once again. It's been a pleasure to be here, and I think I could make a justice to this particular session. Thank you so much, Swapnil as well, specifically, because he has been at the forefront for actually organizing this particular session, and of course the entire committee at the institute as well, the Pillai. Yeah. So thank you so much, and we'll be getting connected at 10 a.m. Yes. So 10 a.m. and so that point of time we'll be getting connected tomorrow. Of course, we'll be having some questions as well on the Telegram group as well. Let me just connect to the organizers again. We have, I think, Ashwini, yes, who wants to get us connected. Yeah, I'm handing it over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. You have absolutely paid justice to the session. I must admit, your energy is commendable. So that's really appreciable. So for the final word of thanks, I would like to request Priyesh Kikan sir to propose a word of thanks for the session. Over to you, Priyesh sir. Priyesh sir. Okay. Yeah. So I've got.
Hello. Yeah. Uh, it was indeed an astonishing day of knowledge deliverance. There is so much to take away from our two learned personas for the day. I'd like to place on record a heartfelt gratitude on behalf of our principal, Dr. Lata Menon, and the team. I must admit, the patient listening of the questions and its scholarly replies by our speaker must have quenched the urge of many knowledge seekers. I will call upon the adjournment of the session for the day with an aspiration to resume tomorrow at the same time as today. Thank you very much for being so patient and enthusiastic throughout the session. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you, everyone.